All right, good morning. It is 5:15. Got up a little before 5 this morning, and yeah, a little bit tired this morning. A lot of walking yesterday. Not really a lot, but I guess more than I normally do. So, even it's weird. Even though I work out every day and I go to MMA and stuff like that. It's like walking definitely gets to you. It can definitely take a different toll on your body, I guess. So I was definitely tired. Yeah, it was a great day yesterday. Got a lot done early on. Getting a little frustrated with chat, finding some things that I'm not s- kind of interesting, not super happy with. But like I think today I'm gonna try and like stay away from chat as far as like helping me with content and things like that. But yeah, it was a very it was a pretty productive day yesterday. Got like I said, got a lot done on the Keto Maze content. Uh, got some stuff done on social media stuff, trying to figure it out a little bit more. Just keep I'm just gonna keep plugging away every day, just trying to figure it out. Spend an hour a day just trying to figure out the platforms and things like that. And then but yeah, then early on went into Boston and got some work done there on the new PCs and things like that. And then Johnny, my son, and I we walked over to MIT, which is again it's fantastic. We get to uh, be 15 to 20 minute walk from MIT, which is great. Can't beat it. It's like so we walked over there, met my friend Ray, who's getting his PhD there, and he's a mechanical engineer and computer science, which is what Johnny's doing at Wentworth. And so he graciously spent almost 3 hours with Johnny and I, showing us around the different labs, explaining what he does, asking Johnny questions, giving him a little bit of history on his experience with engineering and things like that. And I'm hoping that it was really good and insightful for Johnny. I mean, it was for me. It was pretty interesting, and it was like seeing some of the labs and things like that felt like a kid in a candy store. As Ray said, you feel home, like you're at home. It's pretty cool stuff. They're making just all sorts of different cool stuff. Just the list went on and on, but like, yeah, like a full on like, um, he took us. We went to the basements and stuff like that of the labs, and just like, there was they had a full forge, for metalworking. I mean, a big, a whole section just dedicated to a forge, and a lab, and then they had another one across the hall from that was like just for glass blowing, which was pretty cool. Ray said they do it in more than one place, but that was the main one, and really pretty impressive stuff that they were doing with the glass blowing. It was pretty cool, and then of course, electronics and just 3D printers, and just kind of the list went on and on and on. It was just epic. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, so we did that, and that was pretty much from 5 o'clock till 8:15, 8:30, something like that, about 8:30. And then yeah, then we just went out to eat. I took Johnny out to eat, and then yeah, we came home. So a long day there, and yeah, I can definitely feel it in my feet. Just being on my feet. Again, my foot is still bothering me. I did injure it a couple weeks ago today, I think, where I got like that turf toe, where I messed up my stretched or tore the tendon under my big toe somehow. Like not somehow, kicking someone in MMA. So yeah, that's been I've been icing it uh, every day, 3 hours. So yeah, it's kind of a process, but the icing helps. I noticed that when I don't ice it, it doesn't seem like it's getting any better faster. So a lot to do today, like usual. So yeah, I'm going to be getting going with. I want to wrap up some of the content. Yesterday, I was working on the content, but then I kind of revisited some of the old content and kind of was tweaking it a little bit. And I think I'm going to stop doing that because it's just going to be constant. It's never going to end. You're always going to want to tweak it, right? You're always going to want to change it and hey, this sounds better. This gives a better message, whatever it is. So I'm probably going to stop doing that till I've got at least first drafts or second drafts for everything for all the different pages. So I really want to get the events page, the parties and events page dialed in for this, so I can move it forward. That's a very important part of this whole overall thing. So, and then I was trying to look into yesterday some of the Google things. We have a business page, and I was trying to look at like how to change like the short title, long title, things like that, description. I mean, I know how to do that, but it's weird. They've changed it around, and it's like doesn't show me where like the long description or long title lives. So so I can change it, which is kind of odd. And then there's different descriptions when you bring up different windows for the same business, which is again odd, but that's Google. So yeah, I'm gonna get going with that, and then I do have a dinner to go to tonight, and that should be it should get so yeah, I'll probably leave early, get a haircut. Haven't had a haircut in a month, so I got to get a haircut, and then from there, yeah, I'd go over to Kenmore, work for a couple hours more on the shelving for the PCs, and then once the shelving's once I do that for a couple hours, then I just get dressed for the dinner. So shorter day today here working, and then go on from there. I'm gonna check the camera, make sure it's working because it wasn't working yesterday. Yep, still on. 6 minutes in, good. All right, yeah, it has this thing where it's like it just was randomly stopping, just shutting off. I don't know why. So yeah, yeah, it's tough getting up when you're tired. You have these thoughts where you just want to stay in bed. you know, it's like 4:40, the alarm goes off, and it's like, oh man, do I want to get up? And actually, my 4:40 alarm went off, and then I have a 5:55 alarm, which I actually forgot it's on, which I'm glad it is because I slept right that 4:40. I turned it off and I was passed back out. That extra 15 minutes felt like I needed it, but 4:55 rolled around and I got up, forced myself to get up. It's like part of me was like I said, wanted to stay in bed, and it was like just keep sleeping. I was like, yeah, just sleep till 6. But I was like, I want to get shit done, and I have goals that I want to accomplish, and I was like, you know what, that's that's my that's that's my old self. That not negative self talk, but yeah, that just kind of it is negative. It's like it's comforting. It's comfort zone. It's like stay here, stay in bed. You know, someone will come over and rub your shoulders while you're sleeping. Or whatever. Like just stay there. And I was like, no, screw that. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. That's gonna be there. There'll be days where I can sleep in if I want. I got enough sleep. I was asleep by 11 last night. So 11 to 5, that's 6 hours. I'd like to get more, but I have too much to do. I'd love to get 8 hours, but it's just not in the cards right now. So, and I don't know if I could, it's like when I do fall back asleep, sometimes it's like it's a frustrating, very, restless sleep. It's not a full sleep. So it doesn't even matter. Like, just get up, just do it, because you're going to have those, like I said, you're going to have those moments where you've got that negative self-talk, doubts, limiting beliefs, things like that, and that's going to be there. But that's your old self trying to pull you back into your comfort zone, trying to say, "Hey, come on back. This is where you want to be," and you can't go there. You've got to say no. Screw it. I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna get what I want done, and I'm gonna go crush my goals and get closer to my dreams today, and that's what I'm doing. And so you should be doing the same. Hopefully you're awake and you're crushing your day. And so yeah, the idea is just be aware that those things are there and just step back and be like, huh, yeah, I have that negativity's there, that doubt is there. Why? Why? It's got a right to be there. Those thoughts have a right to be there, but you just got to let them be. Just say, okay, yeah, It exists. Why? Because it's my old self. When you ask why it's there, it kind of diffuses it. Say why, and you say, oh, that's my old self. That's my old self, and wants to come back, and it's always going to want to come back. It's always going to want to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, check it out. Come on over here and be comfortable. Um, but you got to say, no, I'm all set. I'm going to stay out of my comfort zone. I'm going to be the person I want to be. The person that I'm deciding that I'm going to be, not who the old self thinks that I should be. That's it. That's where it goes. And once you start doing that and you start growing, that journey, you're gonna look back and say, "Holy shit, I got a lot done. I came a long way. I've learned so much. I've grown so much." And that's when things start to take shape. That's when things start to come together. And really start to mesh. And that old version, um, the thing is that old version from like a month ago or 2 months ago or 6 months ago or a year ago is going to fade. It's going to keep fading. But your old self is from the day before. It's from the hour before. It's from the minute before. It's like, because you're always wanting to change and grow. You're not going to be, but you want to change and grow. Some people don't. Some people get stuck, in that, in that perpetual cycle, that loop of just doing the same thing, being the same person, doing the same thing, being the same person. They get stuck in that loop and they just don't change. They just kind of just keep, just keep on keeping on, right? And that's not where you want to be, because that level of comfort, you're gonna look back, and you're gonna look back at some point in your life and you're like, what the f did I do? What happened? Like, and don't do that. It's about moving forward. It's about growing every day, and then it's about, again, that old self is always going to be there, because that old self, you're always growing and moving away from it. And so because of that, when you're moving away, when you're growing, it's always going to be there. But the more you take control of it, the less pull it has on you. So, um, you know, on that note, I am going to get my day going, and hopefully you are too. Looks like it's nice and gray out today. It is going to pour rain, I think, all day. And so I won't be riding the motorcycle. I will be driving into the city. And yeah, so hopefully you have a wonderful day. And until tomorrow, see ya. Peace.